si Mr. Rahib Nando, who's capacity development specialist at the ASA Foundation. No? They're doing a lot of really interesting work in BARMM. He was previously regional capability building specialist for DSWD, and he has a master's in community organizing from UP. So we'd like to welcome Rahib to give us overview of opportunities for collaboration in BARMM. Rahib? Hello, Rahib. Yan.
Hello, hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Elmer, and everyone. Thank you, Dr. Elmer, for inviting me to be part of this discussion.
Bandwidth allows it.
Sige, sige.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thanks again, Dr. Elmer, for inviting me in this discussion. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'll be sharing to you about opportunities for collaboration on food security and nutrition in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao.
Nasa Cotabato ka ba ngayon?
Actually, I'm here in CDO now for training of one of our focus ministries, the Ministry of Human Settlement and Development.
Okay.
Today is our last day of training, so yeah, we just finished the activity. Okay, since I just given a 10 minutes time to present. So allow me to share to you my presentation. Nakikita po?
Yes, kita namin.
Okay. Pag ganyan po.
No, kita.
Okay. Yeah. So just to show you my outline so that I can finish by 10 minutes. So yeah, basically I'm going to discuss to you very briefly about BARMM, and that includes food and security nutrition issue in BARMM, food nutrition index in BARMM, and then top support to BARMM on food and nutrition. Okay, and then opportunities for collaboration. So let me start first by giving you a very quick, very brief background about the transition from ARM to BARMM. I understand most of you know about ARM, but not so much on the BARMM. So just a transition of what has been done from ARM to BARMM. It started actually the crafting of the BOL 4 years after, or 4 years before 2008, and it was finally passed and approved on 2018 after 4 years of effort. So meaning they started crafting the BOL 4 years back, beginning 2018. So that was 2017, 16, and 14. BOL is actually basic law of the Bangsamoro of the BARMM, amended the 9184, which is the ARM. So it replaces, ARM replaces by BARMM. And in January and February 2019, majority of citizens across ARM voted for the approval of BARMM. So through plebiscite and triggering the creation of the BARMM. And in late February 2019, the former abolition of ARM and appointment of, transition authority officially took place. So ganun po yung chronology niya. And in March 29, 2019, The BTA had its inaugural session and have subsequently began work. So medyo ang gap lang po dyan, the gap is in the transition is that when BARMM replaces ARM, it's not a quick replacement. So inuunti-unti pa yan kasi yung mga siyempre yung mga gamit ng mga taga-ARM at saka yung phasing out ng ARM is gradual siya. Okay. And on March 2019, so it has passed the transition plan 2019 to 2022, created ministries and parliamentary committees to draft the priority legislation for the region. So they have already prepared the phase out of armed employees and forged partnership with various institutions. That includes government, non-government institution, bilateral and multilateral. So actually with this alone, we can collaborate, but dito pa lang na part, we have already a windows of collaborations as far as BARMM is concerned. And moving forward for food and nutrition in BARMM, data in BARMM, in 2015 survey of NNS, the Food and Nutrition Research Institute has indicated BARMM, eto hindi naman to bago, as the highest prevalence of stunting in the country at 44.9%, significant an increase niya from 42.6 in 2013. And the region continues to suffer chronic malnutrition with a prevalence rate of 45. So this will be the latest one, the 45.2% in 2015 as far as FNRI. So that's the data for BARMM as far as food and nutrition index. As far as food and nutrition is concerned. Okay, so this is just to show you. Sorry for the text. Forget about the text. This is just to show you that the ASA Foundation supported BARMM in its way of support for food security and nutrition. Actually, this is every year only. This is distribution of food packs during Ramadan. Of course, the foods are may nutrition na rin kasi halo-halo yan. Merong mga gatas, merong mga assorted na po yan. So yeah, this is one of the support of the TAF to BARMM on food security and nutrition. This is not frequent. This is just every year, except during this pandemic, we contributed a lot. We give food packs, hygiene kits to communities, especially to IPs and to internally displaced communities. This is just during pandemic. The ASA Foundation support to food and nutrition is not so much on providing food packs. It's not so much on providing foods, distribution of foods. It's more on technical support. It's more on technical assistance, like developing policies on food security, improving policies on nutrition, and empowerment of communities, and advocacy to local government, advocacy to BARMM government in pushing for a more accessible food and nutrition to people, especially those in the evacuation centers. Okay, this is another part of support of the TAF through partnership with the Moropreneur Incorporated. Again, as I have said, the support of the ASA Foundation is not only in providing foods. We also have women empowerment. We also have dialogue with the communities. We talk to them, and we discuss about how they can alleviate poverty, how can they get out from hunger, how can they get out from their current situation. So things like that. And we have identified, as far as the ASA Foundation is concerned, in our project to support the BARMM, we have identified some opportunities for support to food and nutrition in BARMM. So basically, MAPAR being a lead ministry in terms of providing food, in terms of securing food access of food to communities. So we support MAFAR through Tough Forward. We can support MAFAR through the ASA Foundation Forward Bangsamoro project on policy development and improving of strategies implementing food and nutrition roadmap. Later on, I will show you the food and nutrition roadmap of the MAFAR. And for your information, MAFAR is a ministry, one of the 15 ministries of BARMM. Before this MAFAR, in ARM, MAFAR is, what's this MAFAR
Ministry of
before?
Food, Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, and Aquatic Resources.
Yeah, but it's not ministry that they use. The term used, parang ano sir, department ng mga time na Department of Agriculture, Fisheries, and Aquatic Resources. Correct. Another one is we can work with MILG in innovating food and nutrition program of the local government unit. We understand the food and the nutrition program is cascaded to all local government units. So starting from the region, it even started from the national down to the region and province, then to the local government unit. So in either way, we can work with them. Either we will start from the region going down, or we can directly go to province and then going to the local government units. We can actually work with National Nutrition Council in BARMM through Ministry of Health. I forgot the year, but like 1 year ago, I mean I forgot the month, but 1 year ago the BARMM launches a National Nutrition Council office here in BARMM through MOH. So we can work with them, we can coordinate whatever activities in relation to food and in relation to nutrition, and we can coordinate to Nutrition Council in the BARMM. We can even coordinate or partnered with the national non-government organizations operating in BARMM, or because there are lots of organizations in the BARMM working in support to nutrition, food security and nutrition in the autonomous region. So all of these are windows for opportunities for us to collaborate in supporting food and nutrition in the Bangsamoro region. Yeah, so we have mentioned a while ago the MAFAR. Perhaps our support can be a technical assistance to MAFAR to bolster its nutrition-sensitive intervention and contribute towards supporting BARMM and the Philippine Plan of Action for Nutrition. So, ini-aim din nila ito, and then we can support technically. So, maybe if we have a research, if we have a expertise on how to bolster nutrition sensitive intervention, and then we can coordinate with MAFAR. We can even support the regional government in strengthening its legislations that will ensure appropriate implementation. Kasi as of now, we are in the BARMM is in the transition period, and they're still developing, and they're still struggling for legislations. Basically, they have their priority legislations. Then after priority legislation has been enacted, they're going to, enact another laws, and maybe we can support. Baka merong mag-push on improving food security and nutrition laws in the BTA, and then we can also support that. And lastly, we have the BARMM Data Challenge sustainability discussion. I've heard there is a participant here from Serolytics. He knows about this very well. So it's a data solution platform or platform for collaboration for BARMM. So yung mga data analytics natin dyan, data enthusiast, so you can utilize your expertise to support food and nutrition in BARMM through BARMM Data Challenge. So you can join the discussions. Merong link ito. We can provide you a link. Dr. Elmer know Adi Unsi. He's one of your student in AIM, so he's in charge of this. He knows about this. You can refer to, you can actually talk to Adi about this BARMM Data Challenge.
Okay.
Okay. So a quick lang, just a quick to show you the Bangsamoro roadmap for food security and nutrition. So this is okay. This is the so as you can see, nandito na tayo para okay. So a self-reliant food secure and resilient Bangsamoro, that's their vision. Basically provide access, availability, and utilization and stability of food. So this is their framework. So all of this dimension, beginning from expanded markets and value chain, especially the improved policy and institution for food security, improved information system, research and innovation for agriculture and nutrition. These are all actually windows for us to support BARMM on food security and nutrition. So all of them are supporting to improve food security in BARMM. So we can choose, take a look at these dimensions, and we can actually align our advocacy, our goal, or our objectives out of these dimensions of the food security and nutrition framework. Okay, and so they have the 10-year path, beginning 2020 to 2022. Basically, the transition period up to 2025, and then 2023 and beyond. So hopefully, if there is an extension of the transition period, then we can reach by 2025. So by 2025, their aim is to increase investment and partnership for improved implementation of food security and nutrition programs. So starting from now, or beginning from now, 2020, we can actually coordinate, we can actually support on nutrition institutions, on policy development. So it's more on policy development here, and then going up to 2025. So a little bit of, I mean, it's not just a policy, but moving towards increased investment and partnership for improved implementation of food security and nutrition. So hopefully by 2025, the data that I have shown to you a while ago on malnutrition index will significantly change and reduce into lower than 45%, 45 point something percent. Okay. So they have the call for action, call to action. So in here, you can actually uh, align your support, or looking into this, you might have get information or understand where you can support to food security and nutrition in as far as this roadmap, no. So I see the opportunity here. Say, for example, develop and strengthen mapping and monitoring mechanisms uh, for better coordination and harmonization of action by different stakeholders and promote accountability. So it not limits the participation of the government sectors alone, but perhaps including outsiders. No, so yeah, and promote linkages with the national government agencies, development partners. So I think we are development partners, international funding institutions, and donor agencies. All of these are windows for opportunity to support food security and nutrition in BARMM. And then last, I hope it will be the last slide. This is just a presentation of the structure of food security roadmap. Of course, headed by Chief Minister as the chairperson, and they have the key result areas 1 to 7. So 1 to 7. So in every KRA, targeting development goals. So merong tina-target na development goals. So these are the key KRA na gusto nilang ma-achieve, to review and rationalizing existing policy rules, so on and so forth. So all of this. And if you can see, ito yung composition ng member ministries na magpo-focus on this particular KRA. So we have there the BPDA, which is the lead in this particular KRA. And then in KRA 2, the MAFAR is the lead. And in KRA 3, the MHO is the lead. So dinidistribute na nila sa bawat ministries. Okay. This one is a Forward Bangsamoro project briefer. No? So the goal of the Forward Bangsamoro project of the ASA Foundation is to bolster local governance through development of more effective and accountable Bangsamoro government institutions. So we have 3 mutually 3 objectives, and itong binilugan ko ay ito yung pwede tayong mag-collaborate in this particular objective. Okay, so objective 1, to improve capacity of key regional government institutions, which includes MAFAR, because here we have target 5 ministries that includes MAFAR, NTIT, MIPA, MHSD, and AIMPOS. So as far as food security and nutrition is concerned, it's under MAFAR, and MAFAR is one of our target ministry. So we are we are helping MAFAR to improve their capacity as a regional government institutions, building their long-term capacity, and building the long-term capacity through training, providing trainings, research, so on and so forth. So, so these are the focus ministries of the Forward Bangsamoro project of the ASA Foundation, and MAFAR is included. So I will not mention any more about the others because hindi naman sila masyadong focus dun sa food security and nutrition. Of course, kasali yung OCM and then the BTA. Yun lang po. So, finally, let us support the implementation of the food security and nutrition roadmap of the BARMM and the realization of its vision of a healthy Bangsamoro region that actively contributes to a peaceful and prosperous Philippines. Maraming salamat po.